To transform Black Zarak into base mode or city mode, we essentially have to remove the pieces that we put on him beforehand. So we take off the twin cannons, and the golden panels that we put on beforehand. The same on the other side, and basically flip back the tail. Now we take the shoulders and we maneuver them closer to the head, like this. And flip them upward, like this. Now, we go back to the tail section and disconnect the tail from the body. It's connected with these two pegs here. And move it downward. And take this piece of the robot from the top side and essentially pull it backward. The same on the other side. Now we move these pieces sideways. No, whoops, sorry, upward. And then sideways. And then turn them again upward. And the same with the other side. Now we take the tail section and we try to maneuver it like this to create a bridge in front of the base. Now we take the arms and once again flip them upward. And now we basically have the base mode without too many added features. Now we take this gold chromed piece here and flip it upward. Take the red panels and flip them down to create bridges And now you take the golden panels and put them on the arms to create the biggest amplifiers the world has ever seen. Well, at least they really look like amplifiers, to me at least. Flip them a bit forward. Now, what else? We take the 4 antennas and attach them to the base like this. Now you flip open these 2 panels, or at least trying to flip open second panel, and attach to them, well, at least on one side, 2 robotic arms, one grabber and one welder. And on the other side you attach something that looks very much like an elevator, a cargo elevator perhaps. Now you flip open these panels, which reveal missiles that are essentially molded into the plastic. They don't fire, and because they're also colored in black, they're kind of tough to see. Now I take the shield of the robot, gently fold the 2 sides together, and create the center of the base from them, from the two sides. And now we have the base mode pretty much ready. Whoops, forgot one more thing. You take the gun that has the armor attached to it, split the armor from the gun, or at least gently try to split the armor because it's also made of golden plastic. Gently, gently, gently. And now you take the gun and essentially, for no reason whatsoever, just because the instructions tell you to, insert them at the back of the base on one side, and you take the piece of armor and insert it to the back of the base on the other side. Well, there you have it, Black Zarak in base mode. I'll try to give you a little zoom. This is the ramp that, well, it's somewhat functional because of all the stuff that is in its way to be a functional ramp, from the cargo elevator to the missiles. The front ramp actually has an action feature. You have this little, well, I'm not sure, a flip elevator I can call it, I guess, where you push a button and it flips the little red plastic a bit forward, and thus it should launch a vehicle, in theory at least. And you have the antennas, more missile launchers, and robotic arms. Move up and down. And the second ramp. The main bridge, if you will, or the living quarters, and the huge amplifiers on top. I'm sorry, they're sinister amplifiers, but you know, still amplifier looking thingies. Well, there you have it, essentially Black Zarak's base mode. What can I say about it? Final thoughts. Because the robot itself is somewhat massive, the base itself is also somewhat massive, but it somewhat lacks weaponry. That's it. That's right. When you're thinking Decepticons, you're basically thinking weaponry, and this base mode just lacks the hell out of it. This ramp, as I said before, basically leads to nowhere because of all the stuff that's after the ramp. So what I'll try to do here is basically remove some of the stuff, like the elevator, close up this panel, close up the panel of the missiles, and now you can see that it does actually serve as a panel that leads to somewhere when all things are closed. Because when they're open, the ramps are basically useless. Well, that's all I've got on the base mode, and now to the transformation to robot mode.